Chris Colepaugh is one of Atlantic Canada's premier artists. Colepaugh and his Cosmic Crew have been impressing audiences since the mid-90s with their blues-driven guitar rock.
Chris had a chance to sit down and talk with us about his career as an independent artist and the release of his latest CD, In Your Backyard.
I've always been playing in and out of bands throughout my whole life. I started as a piano player as a child, and I went to drums, and I played drums in and out of bands for years, and then picked up guitar. And you know, with this band, when we put it together, I mean, you know, we just started as sort of a weekend warrior kind of thing. We were actually the house band at the Esquire for a summer, which is pretty crazy. If anybody remembers the Esquire, pretty much everybody got their start at that little old club here in Moncton. And we've pretty much, you know, always based ourselves out of here. We've never really moved away. None of us really ever felt the need that we had to. I mean, we just sort of used this as our jumping spot and played, you know, Moncton until we got a following, and then started to branch out, sort of doing the Fredericton, St. John, Halifax, the island, that kind of route until we got, you know, good crowds at that point. We were like, okay, we're comfortable here. And we started doing the occasional show in like Quebec and Ontario. And then, you know, like I say, leading up to about 99, at that point, we were filling places and we were comfortable. The money that we had generated enabled us to, you know, quit our jobs in 99 and then, you know, hit the road.
Lady Luck is here to stay, yeah. When I get a coffee, shook out town, Sunday morning, sun is shining on my face.
It was awesome. I mean, people seem to like, you know, the one thing about this band is that we've always done it to like 150% all the time. So we always give our best. There's never a show where we're like, oh, just, you know, we don't go through the motions. So people tend to see right through people who just go through the motions, and they see us for what we are and tend to gravitate to us. So the response has always been, you know, just amazing. People love us. We're just a trio. So when we go out live, it's in your face. You get the visual, you get the audio, you get that impact because we're, you know, I'm throwing a guitar around and we're jumping around and it's crazy. For us, it was so wild because we'd never gone farther than Toronto, Ontario. So to see the other provinces, plus then get into the United States and places like Seattle and San Francisco and down through California, it's just like, it's like Disneyland. And I think we must have taken 5,000 pictures. We stopped every 2 minutes. It's like, oh my God, look at that. And we'd stop, take pictures, and we'd like drive for another 2 seconds. Oh my, look at that. So it was pretty crazy. I think the songs, I mean, I wrote the majority of the songs when I did a stint down in San Francisco and sort of playing up and down the coast, and lots of inspiration there. So I think I came more as well from a songwriting perspective. As albums before, I mean, we've been known sort of as like this crazy guitar playing driven rock band, whereas this record I really focused more on songwriting. That one was completely done by myself alone in a basement. So it was kind of a different one for me. The last bunch were done with John Marr, Staccato Studios. So this was kind of the first one that I didn't really have anybody to bounce stuff off of, and I was sort of left to my own devices. And, you know, the one and only thing that I'd never done throughout the 6 albums was engineer a record. And so that had me a little bit worried, but it was a challenge, and I enjoy challenges. To me, a record is a record of the events in the artist's life during the period between your last record and this one. So as far as the difference, I don't know. See, I never noticed the difference because they're all my songs and I just love them. You know, some people will tell you different things about different records that make them happy or sad. Me, I love them all. They're like my little children. So, you know, this one's the different one because it's new. You know, it's new to me. And what I like to do is try and not compensate, but, you know, color the record with different instrumentation and trying to make it really interesting so you, like, again, want to listen to it over and over again. And then the trick is to come see us live, because then now you want to see how we're going to do it live, and that makes for an interesting show because people, you know, lay down their $1 or $10 or $20 to come see the show, and they're going to get something interesting because they're not just going to get a rehashing of the album where they could have just bought the album for $20 and a case of beer and sat home. You know, gives them something, a reason to come out.
All right, this song's called Caught Up to You. Try to run with it. Good jam. We're working out the bugs. Everybody feeling good now? Halfway down this road of bones, sturdy way.
It's been in the making for a couple of years. The last couple of tours we actually taped, the last couple of Canadian tours, and I last summer went to the guy who engineered, John Marr, who engineered our last 3 records. He taped a bunch of our shows as well during different periods. So we went through, he had the mother load of he had CD launches from 99, we have shows from 97, 98, all the way up to right now. So it's a very daunting task of just having to, and arduous, to try and get through all of that material to find, what it is. Either, I don't know if we want to put a whole complete show or highlights from the years or a combination of the two. So it's just basically, I haven't sat down long enough to go through all of to compile it.
I stand alone, halfway certain, half unknown.
A lot of people, especially society, doesn't look at what we do as being serious, and it is a business. It's a music business, and you just got to get out there and play, build a fan base, and once that fan base is there in place, then you have an avenue to sell your records to, people to come to your shows, and all that revenue that you make, if you're smart about it, you put it right back into your business, and you can continue to do it, and you build that fan. I mean, that's how it started in the early days. Bands like Genesis or whatever. I mean, they got to where they were by playing every night, and that's why they have such huge fan bases, and it just sort of, self-serviced itself, With the advent of computers and the internet, and everybody's on it, you can definitely access and get music to people. The trick is now there's such a wide ocean, it's to separate yourself from everybody else. So it has its pluses and its minuses, like I said, I mean, it would depend on what was going on. I'm not going to give away my creative and artistic control of what I do. That is the most important. And unfortunately for a major label, they tend to want to take that away from you because they don't want you to have the power. They want to have the power and to tell you what they want you to do. So I guess it would depend on the offer. I mean, right now, I'm completely happy. I could release a polka record tomorrow, and we could go out and tour it, and, our distribution company will put it out because they don't care what it is. They're just, cool, Colepaugh album, put it out, and we'll go out and tour it. So if people buy it, it's great. We answer to no one, which is great. I guess when people stop coming to the shows and I don't sell any more records, I guess I'm unsuccessful. But at this point right now, I consider us a huge success because, we've had no major help from anybody as far as, what we do. It's like we get in the van, we play on hundreds of shows a year. To hundreds of thousands of people, and we just continue to do that. So, and people still come and write us and buy albums from all over the world, which is crazy,
We're gonna leave you with a little song called A Coffee Shop off our latest disc. Please take care of yourself. Okay.